thank you very much for coming. It is my very special honor to be asked to be part of this really epic occasion. My name is Clayton Springer, and I've been asked to guide us through the very brief but impressive program for the evening. And the second most important item on the program, as it is lined up after the national anthem, is prayer. And I'm sure you don't mind if we bow our heads, and I will lead you in a prayer. And I trust I will not be too long. I took some time to put some brief remarks together. I'm going to say something I don't normally say, that is that protocols haven't been established, for the simple reason that I don't know everyone. I know most persons here, Lennox and Tony and Mr. Bell and so on, so I don't want to call names and then leave out a few persons and offend anyone. So I'll just say, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Let me join the Master of Ceremonies in welcoming you to this book launch for the publication entitled Established in Barbados, Volume 2 by William Anderson Gittins. Powerful name. I'm indeed honored to have been asked to bring some brief remarks at this function and to accept one of the publications on the behalf of the Ministry of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. You know, my ministry, we recently had a name change, and I'm currently on holiday, so I didn't want to make sure that I don't forget the name. I wish at the outset to congratulate the author, Mr. William Anderson Gittins, for producing what I consider to be an excellent publication. Let's show our appreciation to Mr. Gittins. However, I must tell you that I'm not surprised, because Mr. Gittins is one of the most ambitious individuals I have ever met. William is action-oriented and takes pride in whatever task he's performing. He is methodical and persistent in pursuit of his objectives. In talking about objectives, let me quote for you from the foreword from the text written by Mr. Gittins to put things into perspective. And I quote, "Barbados has always possessed a special cadre of persons who have proposed to do all in their power to leave this country better than they found it. As citizens, we must preserve our historical legacy and heritage with passion, taking the baton and continue to socially, spiritually, psychologically, and environmentally improve on what has already been established to create a better Barbados for future generations." Those are the words of Mr. William Gittins. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to you that Mr. Gittins is a loyal citizen who has taken the baton and has made a very significant contribution to national development by producing this text and previous publications. Master of Ceremonies, the text, Established in Barbados, Volume 2, must now be considered as required reading for all Barbadian children and indeed for all citizens. This is an outstanding compendium of things Barbadian. The text chronicles our development and creativity over 2 centuries. I agree with the author that it takes us on a journey highlighting Barbados's cultural history, traditions, and monuments. Ladies and gentlemen, in preparing for this book launch, I took the opportunity to take a look at the text. I decided that initially I would browse the text for about 15 minutes so as to become familiar with the content. Once I started to read, I could not stop. I spent upwards of 2 hours reading from page to page until I got to the last page. I was fascinated by the range of topics covered, in particular topics like the national heroes, the various monuments, the Supreme Court, the Parliament buildings, marble cricket, the nut seller swinging and swaying with 3 on head is the old nut seller, roasting breadfruit. And I know about roasting breadfruit. I roasted some just recently for my sons. the mobile cinema, I came in on the tail end of that. I could remember going up to Border Hall Police Station to watch John Wayne and Bud and Lou with respect to the mobile cinema. The Potato Man with that scale, Lennox, where you do the balancing thing to get the weight right. Of course, right after you might not have a pug on the left, so therefore you don't get a pug on the right. Right. Stick licking, I actually saw some stick licking in when I was much younger. The scooter, I'm good at making scooters, made the best. The snowball man, I always waited for him, as you can look at me and see. And the list goes on. Friends and well-wishers, one of the main functions of education is to transfer and preserve our cultural norms and values. This text will allow us to do just that. Knowing where you came from can only help citizens to chart a way forward. Inventions like the wheel, paper, and ink are technologies that predate the computer and the airplane. In talking to one of my sons, he didn't realize that there was an invention called the wheel. He thought that there was always a wheel. And as a result of the wheel, that's how you get the airplane and you get the cars and you get movement. We are now discovering that roasted breadfruit and fish is a healthier meal than some of the other dishes. Mr. Giddens told me that he has some refreshments after this function. Perhaps he will serve some roasted breadfruit and morby made from the bark. Morby made, boil the bark, get the bitters and make the morby. Ladies and gentlemen, I will work with Mr. Giddens to see how we can give our primary and secondary students access to this valuable resource, which can only redound to the benefit of the students. Mr. Giddens, I wish you well, and please continue to write. We will be back at the launch for Volume 3. I thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much, Mr. King, for that brief overview, but quite comprehensive in its scope at the same time. Bobby McKay, who I understand is the Director of Barbados Manufacturers Association, to come, and she will speak to the issue because it's a local product, and I'm sure...
Sleep and breathe why you should be supporting the local talent, and we have lots of it. Our mission is to support Barbadian-made products and services, from art to music and so much more, to sensitize Barbadians not only to the need of supporting the local effort, but to heighten their awareness of the vast array of products designed and developed right here on this little rock every single day. The fact that you are here this evening attests to your understanding of the importance of supporting our own. Our message is really simple. Without locals supporting locals, we all stand to lose. It is a cycle, and we all have to play our part if we are to succeed. When you choose an imported product over a local product, you support the livelihood and families overseas. Exporting jobs, that's what I call it, while leaving our own families here at home to struggle. We cannot produce everything we need. We cannot produce everything we need, but those things that we do produce, we have to retrain ourselves to reach out and grab those items first and foremost in order to safeguard our own livelihoods. This book promotes Barbadian excellence in very much the same way that we do at the BMA. But the biggest and best Barbadian product is our island. In reflecting on our local history, our culture, and our monuments, this book showcases Barbados and our rich heritage, a heritage which we embrace and perpetuate. There are several things which attracted me to this project, but two factors which stand out most are the creativity and determination that is evident in the final product being launched today. As an association, we are always challenging our members and partners to raise the bar, to improve their products, to up their marketing game, and to deliver products of excellence. The delivery of this book on a CD, the attractiveness of its presentation, and its successes in meeting and responding to technological trends is an achievement which we can all be proud of. On behalf of the Barbados Manufacturers Association, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate William on a job well done, and to say that we anxiously look forward to Established in Barbados Volume 3 as our previous speaker, which in addition to being on CD, may also be produced in an audiobook. We have the talent, we have the capability, and with valiant effort, we have the wherewithal to make it happen. Once again, congratulations. May this be the tremendous success that you deserve. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my wife Magnola and I, we are really appreciative that you guys came out to support us this afternoon. Without her, I would not have been that successful, because preparing this book was very, very challenging. I remember on one occasion, my system crashed and lost all of the information. And that was very challenging for me. But if you know me well, I did not allow that to daunt my spirit or prevent me from trying again, because I had alternatives, and I went to those alternatives and I got results. And that is why you see what you see today, because of persevering. The idea of publishing began for me in 1994 while I was at university. We had a professor called Dr. Oscar Muscarillo, an Italian professor. He was teaching children's literature, and at that point I was amazed that when he gave us an assignment to produce a book. However, he took us down to the library and showed us the many things that you will have to do to prepare this book. But of course, at that time, I was doing my internship at Channel 7 NBC in New York. So I had to go to New York, put in a couple hours, come back to New Jersey, take up another job, and then get home at 12 o'clock at night, and still prepare my assignment for the following day. So I was on a lot of pressure, but I rose to the challenge. I was successful. I got an A+ at the end. So that lived experience prepared me for now. So we must be careful and thankful for experiences, because they will serve us in the future. What I also want to say as well, that Established in Barbados is a brand, it's a concept, it resonates a special kind of a culture, a special kind of a people. It demonstrates respect. When you hear about established, it means that you are recognized, and we Barbadians are recognized. And you know that if you're in a conversation with a person or persons, and you want to talk about a relevant subject, and you decide to talk about things that were established in Barbados, the person that is listening will take a second look at Barbados again, and things will happen. And I challenge this country and all the citizens in this country that we can do a lot more, because we have the resources, which is the people, we have the potential. All we have to do is to get up and go after these things. And today we have Established in Barbados. So I want to thank you, the public. I also want to thank the management and staff of Cloister Bookstore. I also want to thank the media houses, CBC, The Advocate, The Nation, for giving their assistance and responding to cover this event. I also want to thank the Carrington's Wesley Holiness Church for providing the flag that you see here. I also want to thank all the other people who have given me this support, and I'm really, really appreciative. And I also want to say to you that the backdrop that you see behind us, this was established in Barbados as well. So we also have something to look forward for. So thanks again, and I look forward to see you guys helping me further down the road, because there will be a volume 3. Thank you, and God bless.
Come through, come through.
This will make you angry. Because people need to see what you know, because
Especially requesting picture.
okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.